sister that talk show. One of the baddest MC right now. Talk show. Big around the game, Michelle. Talk show. Them can't size up. Don't try that. Yeah, man. Everybody knows like I say, come here and represent. Michelle is jail. Get him up for the match and I'm in say, oh, go on, Michelle. See you doing all right. You know the vibes. Diana representing.
Oh my God. The music is just turns me on.
Yeah, good day.
Good evening.
Good bless. Yeah, good bless. Yeah, good bless.
But my people,
Them can't stop we.
get with the fix. What up?
Move them out of the way. Cause we bless them to break. Evil people, them can't stop we.
Y'all hear the song? Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it?
We prosper.
Guess who we got tonight?
Move them out of the way.
Them for Gwtf.
Them to break. Them try hold me down. Them walk over too. Just leave we make we prosper.
Get with the fix, Michelle G. Hi, everybody.
Cause we bless them to break. Them want me to pay the way. Thank God so me know for free. So me chant 3 songs a day. Read my Bible and clear the way. Always a bad for say. Tell Satan not today. Spin and roll up cut a green line and don't waste time with bad mind people. Them can't stop we. Leave we make we prosper. Move them out of the way. We can't see you. Stand up in a dance step.
Good night, people.
Me broke and me nah no money. Come, me no speak and hold me.
Y'all hear that voice?
Say them can't style me. Come, big up the girl and we no beg nobody. Come, house clean and house no empty. Come, and them attack.
Get with the fix.
Zero. Yeah, feel belly and gain that. Me no wear clothes and then bring it back. H&M but they so me things stop. Me stay in a me lane so I me them can't flop. Me no riff raff. No for them a hype. I talk about Louis and Gucci and them type. I can't pay them rent or sleep all about a night. Me no catch and tell you my youth must be die. Me a me landlord now poster fighter. Stand up in a dance them a talk about me. Come, say me broke and me nah no money. Come, me no
No, what we do?
yeah, zero. Me say them can't style me. Come, big up the girl and we no beg nobody. Come, house
What up, Young and Fresh Radio? We are broadcasting tonight.
zero. Gotta feel your belly. Them a chat you, shut them back. Them a fight you, fight them back. Them a hype up back. Cause you and your friend them will not take back shot. Cause them can't get beat up and walk on the cops. Them a hype power, idiot, yeah. Me no know for sure feel love. Chat them a fuck when they see me die. Don't change up, alright.
If you never
When you see me.
keep the same energy.
And if I never support the thing, don't clap on the wing back. Keep the same energy. Yes, I mean, you're the biggest scene that
What up, everybody on Michelleg Radio?
don't leave that out of your memory.
Majestic.
Success can't show them one job.
Blaze 99.9 FM and Blaze Radio Live on the TuneIn. What up?
See your clean clothes. The only one real people around me.
Mighty Mix Radio.
Family where we struggle together. Can't call you over.
GetWithTheFix.net and GetWithTheFix.com. Hello, people. Facebook, Instagram. Hi.
But support the thing, don't clap on the wing back. Keep the same energy. Yes, I mean, you're the biggest scene that out the road. No, you want here. Keep the same energy. Don't leave that out of your memory. Just keep the same energy. Nowadays, every link is for sale. But my friendship not the same. No for them all wish for my fail. But more people want to prevail. If you're not real, me, you can't go on. All my biggest enemy, them shots far. Tell your real friend, them say you love them.
girl.
Tell me if you feel it when me a press on you. Your body tight and a script on you. Black and cement and me a place near you. No, me no cheat so me a go stay with you. Me know you feel it when me a press on you. Your body right and a script on you. Black and cement and me a place near you. Girl, every day me want to stay with you. Your body got me waking up in this. Winding time exercise for my place. Take me out, baby, and you got the case. So look nice, wake up everybody while you sleep.
We got Noah on Get With The Fix in about 10 minutes, people. Good night, everybody. High one drop.
Scrabble for me and now we got party tonight. I make you feel it when me a grip on you. Your body tight and a script on you. Black and cement and me a place near you. No, me no cheat so me a go stay with you. Me know you feel it when me a grip on you. Your body right and a script on you. Black and cement and me a place near you. Girl, every day me want to stay with you. Don't tell me if you done. Girl, me know I hear that. Running a go on and a base with a shot. You remember when you a give me top shot? Now you a tell me and the real top on top. Oh, even right there, hey baby. Yeah, yeah. Money on the perm, money on the perm. Money we a perm, money we a perm. Rich life. Yo, shut down, yeah. Money man a make on a set trend. Someone for know that, know that. And the boy can't give me top shot. Can't fit them badness, show back. Them a talk to my eye then so what? In a district and I tell them it's so hot. Me a spend US month to one fun. Someone for know that.
Get With The Fix, Michelle G. I am by myself tonight.
One of the
What up, just single?
let's swim, call me finesse king. Touch on the scene and the make a girl next spin. Man, I live life no stressed in. Born as a win.
You know, when you have artists who have a lot of songs, like you gotta introduce them so people remember, you know, and know who they are. So this is what we're doing right now. We're playing some of Noah's songs. We're not gonna give y'all the new stuff right now, though.
Them a talk to my eye then so what? In a district and I tell them it's so hot. Me a spend US month to one fun. Someone for know that. Yo, chemist. World where we living, I it crazy. Can't do them nothing for them, me a twit. Me a wanna live my life.
What we do, Noah?
Keep a smile on my face, just to trick the fast in them. I will tell you. And if I one thing in a life,
Don't trust a fussy friend.
I'm a non-stop win, make you kill off the fussy.
Winning and winning and winning because in the like we fight we
Every day we rise and see the sun, you know that it's a win. The fans them say liquid NOAHPOWA, do not think this a fire where you burn. Straight from within, get your youth well blessed, car mama never sin. We work hard, no for them know we make it. Get me CJ Blue, them know you take it. Over 3 points, me know them not get it. The big 4-4 me now left. Keep a spot on my face, just to trick the fast in them. I will tell you. And if I one thing in a life, don't trust a fussy friend. Yeah. I'm a non-stop win, make you kill off the fussy them. Winning and winning and winning. Because them like me. Yeah. That's why them always a fight me. Yeah. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Car run never million a hurry. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry.
You guys know every Thursday we are on Street Madness Radio. And every Friday we are on the Block 105. These stations are playing all, those two stations, this program is the only Caribbean program. So every song and every artist that I play on here, you guys are streaming all over the world. So shout out to everybody that's been on this program, all of the artists, DJs, all of that. Y'all are dope, y'all are dope.
Every day we rise and see the sun, you know that it's a win. The fans them say liquid NOAHPOWA, do not think this a fire where you burn. Straight from within, get your youth well blessed, car mama never sin. We work hard, no for them Rasta and I'm poor. Never hear say me a come in with a goat. Animal cruelty me now go support. I'm a thankful. Titles to me I promote. Be a veggie chunks when we are on board. Rasta and a green come a beard with soap. I'm a thankful. Let this fire come rise and we have to give thanks to the yam and banana, the pumpkin and tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're talking to Noah about this song, right?
Yeah. Wake up and down in the kitchen. Lift up the pot and side chicken wing. Me have to get mad and call the one Kim. Tell her with the serve the rotty thing and laugh with me and run a joker. Chicken was a cook and rasta stubber. Pass the knife and me cut up a jota with some rest of the.
I just want to say that y'all know that DMX is one of my favorites. And I have to play at least 2 of his songs before we get into our interview. So if the live's cut off, please go to getwiththefix.net and you can listen to us there as well.
I tell Lisa Moss. Yeah. Chacho let this for me. I'm gonna eat meat gravy. Chacho let this for me. I'm gonna eat meat gravy. Yes, them I like them. Me I ask them and me no like them. See the vegetable with the rice. Come on, shut 'em down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's a rough rider's road.
We are sending prayers to DMX right now.
Oh, no, that's a rough rider's road. Wanna try, wanna lie, wanna why, wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain? On my brain, I've been taught to over silence like you don't know what I style is. New York, the wildest, just with it. You want it, come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Bam, we did it. What the you gon' do? We run up on you. What the wrong crew? Don't know what we gon' do. I'ma have to show you. Easily be broke. It's a boat. Let's run it with you. If the we can't handle, break it up and dismantle. Light up like a candle. Just 'cause I can't stand you. What they really want from me.
Again, we are sending prayers to DMX right now.
Dog, I meet women, discreet women, street women, slash, cocoa puff, sweet women, make you wanna eat women, but not me. Y'all cats eat off the plate all you want, but not deep. I get that these chickens from a distance. The instant they start to catch feelings, I start to steal and they quick, then I'm out just like a thief in the night. I sink my teeth in the fight. You think your life, I'm thinking more.
What's up tonight?
Come on, ma.
You know I got a wife.
You know that tight, I ain't gonna jeopardize my life. So what is it you want? I gave you, you gave me. I blaze you, you blaze me. Nothing more, nothing less. But you at my door, willing to confess that it's the best you ever test. Better than all the rest. I'm like, I ain't girlfriend. Hold up, I gave you what you gave me, boo. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Linda, Felicia, Dawn, LaShawn, Inez, and Alicia.
How many girls was happy their name wasn't called in this song?
So I met her in the ice cream parlor. Tanya, Diane, Lori, and Carmen, Marina, Selena, Katrina, Sabrina, about 3 Kim, Latoya, Tina, Shelly, Bridget, Kathy, Rashida, Kelly, Nicole, Angel, Juanita, Stacy, Tracy, Rhonda, and Rhonda, Donna, Yolanda, Tawana, and Wanda. All treated fairly, but yet still, chickens is awesome. I'm a tip, man, I'm getting that true hell, but I'ma keep it real.
Me too, what drop? Me too! What they really want from us?
Somebody let me know. What they really want from us. Somebody let me know. What they really want from us. Show me you keep you up on it. All that jewelry, girl, I'm on it. Tell me what you want from me. Baby, tell me what you want. Hey, yo, I think about when a dog didn't have. And the dog told a joke. And the chicken didn't laugh. See, now I do the math. I see if you got this, and this, and this. And some cats, that dog, the shit. And that's all they getting with. But see, these chickens don't know.
Yo, right now we are sending so much prayers his way. As everybody knows, DMX is currently in the hospital. I believe he is still on life support. and we are sending prayers his way. Oh, my phone is ringing. Good evening.
Good night.
Okay. Hi, how are ya?
Well, I'm fine, thank you.
Noah, let's not do the formal. Hi, how you doing? How you doing, Noah? What's up? What up? What up, Noah?
What?
There we go. No, I'm so blessed to have you right now on Get With The Fix for the first time. And you're on time. You're on time, Noah.
I'm on time. Punctuality is the key. You know, so you have to always be punctual because you might miss your turn of opportunity.
Tell them again. Definitely. Now, Noah, before we get into this interview, I want to tell you something, right? And this is like, when I'm finished telling you this, you need to pat yourself several times on the back. This is what I'm going to say to you, right? Here is how you know, right, that an artist and an individual and a person is magnificent and has a great team behind them. You all here?
Yeah, I'm here.
First thing, when I asked for a flyer, I got about 50 pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so how am I going to pick a picture for his flyer, first of all?
Yeah.
So the second thing is, I posted a clip of your song, the Money song that you put up yesterday. And Warner Brothers told me to hold a corner and build and block it.
Warner Brothers, listen to me.
Listen here, girl.
Yeah, that's a NOAHPOWA song like that.
So Noah, shout out to you for listen, I've been watching you for a very long time. When you did your first movie, that YouTube movie and all of that kind of stuff. And to see that Warner Brothers blocked me from posting a clip, not even a minute. It was like 30 seconds. They was like, no, sit down. Sit down.
Yeah, Warner Brothers use them, man, and stop. I want to Warner Brothers, man. I want to them. But you don't know how to go when, your song is underneath some big company and top record labels and everything. So, it's a blessing.
It's a blessing. It is definitely a blessing. So, shout out to you and your entire team. Now, let's jump right into this interview. How are you doing in this whole COVID thing? Because I see you all over the place, first of all. But how are you doing in COVID, and what have you learned about yourself during this time?
Well, I mean, I'm always a person who's humble and, just not a bossy, show-off type of person. And I learned that me being that type of person, it helped me with doing this COVID time because, if I wasn't saving, I don't know how I would have make it out. You understand? So that's like the key, saving. So people just remember, in life, you're living your life. Ain't nobody telling you not to be nice to yourself and treat yourself. But be careful how you treat yourself sometimes. You have to have a plan for what's going to come in the future. So, I mean, this pandemic taught me a lot, and, it showed me that it could be a bad thing and it could be a good thing because I met new fans. I helped out a lot of people during this whole pandemic on Instagram Live.
Yes.
Meet new people, meet new friends, and you spend more time with your family and your kids and something there. So, it makes you reflect on life on a different level. I don't know about a lot of people, but it makes me reflect and look at life on a different level and say, listen, you have to take this thing serious because people who will know where are vegan drop out because COVID.
Yeah, man.
So you have to just take care of yourself and just protect yourself and have a plan. You understand? So I learned a lot.
Definitely. Now, when I put up your flyer, because I've been sharing your flyer, I have a habit of promoting because it's important for people to know who I'm going to be talking to on this show. And yesterday I was in Clubhouse and someone said to me they wanted me to ask you. They noticed that you always have a positive outlook on life, and they want to know, like, how do you do that? Like, what makes you feel that you have to be this positive person?
Well, I mean, honestly, I have kids, you
Okay.
know, and as a youth coming from Jamaica, from the garret or from the ghetto, you know, I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot of stuff happen. I made a choice in my life to do music,
Mm-hmm.
you understand? So now that you have kids, you know, there's a lot of things have changed.
Okay.
You know, I used to be a dude in the street, you know, probably I talked to a lot of girls and stuff like that. And, you know, all of that changed.
Okay.
Because, you know, you have kids now, and you understand that life it changed, you know, and you're growing. And, you know, your growth have a lot to do with it too. You know, I'm older
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I look at life different. And I feel like even in my music, if I could be that one person who could sing positive music and motivate and inspire people, you know, at least, you know, so we can help 2 or 3 people a day.
Yes.
You understand? Because
Yes.
we never billion a day, you know, so
Sure did
you
it.
have to try to help 1 or 2 people a day. You're not going
Yeah.
to help everybody
Mm-hmm.
at once. You understand? So, you know, I just look at life different from everybody else, you know, and I feel like me just need to be positive and preach positivity, you understand? Because you know, my kids them same way too, and you have other kids out there that
Yes.
watching you.
Yes.
You know, when you find out you have kids who love you as a person, you have to say, whoa,
Mm.
I didn't know a 5-year-old love me. I didn't know a 10-year-old love me. So I have to be careful of what I put out there in the atmosphere. You
Very
understand? So
true.
yes, that's why I always preach the positive vibes.
Very true. Now going back to your Instagram, I don't know if you remember who I am, but I had asked you a few years ago to do a commercial for my back to school drive here in New Jersey. And
Mhm.
you did the commercial like quick and fast and promptly. And I admired that from you because I'm like, all right, he's, you know, because you know sometimes you reach out to you Jamaicans, right? And you
Yeah.
ask you for something and it takes 10 weeks.
Well, honestly, I'm guilty of that too. So even though you're giving me props for doing it, there's a lot more people out there listening right now. About me asking, I never get it. But you know, it's always a time and place for everything.
Right,
you know,
right.
And maybe at that point when you ask me, I have the time to do it.
Okay.
And because it involves kids too.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
we're just quick to do that. So probably say kids or anything to do with something to promote to help the kids. And you know, I'm always gonna stop what I'm doing and do it more faster. But you know, more time you're busy and because remember, you know, these other people don't understand too. You know, me know you are going through in your life and you don't know what I'm going through life.
True.
You know, you might ask me to do something at that point. I'm going through something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really in the mood to do that at that point. You understand?
Yeah.
And then you might think it's a disrespect or an insult or yo, I'm too high. But, you know, sometimes you can't judge people until you know what you're going through. You
Right,
understand?
right.
So I'm guilty of it, but, you know, I try to help out when I can.
Good, good. So I was grateful for your promptness in getting me my commercial. Now you have been doing, you know, you give back to the community on Instagram. What made you start that?
Well, I mean, honestly, the Tough Crackers thing that we started, it was my brethren from Coppershot Cutty.
Okay.
They was on their Instagram talking about it, and I was like, yo, I have a bigger platform than you, so, you know, let's just do it on my platform where, you know, it was just all fun when we started it. The first day we started that, it was just fun when we were about to start it. And in like 20 minutes, starting the Tough Crackers Challenge, it just turned out to be something more serious where people seeing how people is living. You understand? Because you know you on live with them now and people see their background or they're living at. You know, people really out here suffering and people out here need it. So, you know, my fans then just chipped in and then they start donate money, send money to me and, you know, they start giving it to people whether they win or not. You understand? So it was something where, you know, it wasn't like we was thinking about like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. So things just happened, you know. And we're grateful for that. I'm grateful for everybody who we helped.
Definitely. You know, I was going to say something on the live like, no, how can I send you some money? But I didn't know if you would have seen it because it was like so many people on there, as you were saying. But the next time that you do anything like this, please reach out to me, okay? Have Dane, somebody reach out to me because I love the giving back is something that's extremely important because where we come from, nobody did these things for us. So now that we're able to, why not, right?
True. Definitely a real talk. You know, we have to always think of helping each other. But we now can't help everybody, you know.
True,
When
true.
people hear them things, I feel like say, yo, them have a call. I say, yo, you want this, I can't help with it. It now works out because you don't know where we are going to at
Yes.
the same time. So that's not because sometimes we just have the platform where we can get the money for help
Yes,
you. But that
yes.
doesn't mean that we ourselves can take it out and pass it and give you at that point because we're going through our own stuff too.
Definitely, definitely. Now, something that people may not know about you is that you were in the military when you were younger. How did that happen? Like, why you weren't there? What happened?
Honestly, let me tell you something. You know that I don't know where they get that from. I don't know who put that from on Facebook. Me never in the military.
You was never in the military? No, that is all over.
Oh my God, people always say that. And I'm like, I wish I was in the military because when I get some free, what you call it now?
Housing, all kind of stuff. Medical.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you need to clean up your bio then. You need to clean up that part of your bio.
Yeah, we need to clean it up because I don't know. They don't run with it still.
Yeah, run with it. It works. It works.
You the boss I ain't. Before I learn a lot.
Run with it though. Now, can you tell us, like, how did you get into acting? Did something happen in your life that made you change and say, you know what, maybe this is my escape so that I can escape what was going on with me when you were younger?
The thing with me, my life is like a surprise. You know? Things just always happen, and because I'm so talented, it just comes out perfect. You
Okay.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, me being an actor, it was nothing that planned. These
Okay.
guys just saw me as NOAHPOWA, the selector in the streets of Brooklyn, and they wanted the clout, the promotion, so they put me in a movie.
Okay.
And when they gave me a small role, I did a great job in the rehearsal. So
You
they just
sure
gave me a
did.
main role.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how we get the main role, and I did a great job.
Okay.
And when the movie come out, even me was surprised because I was like, what? I can't believe I can't act that way, you know, but it came out natural. It came out natural to me
Yes.
because, you know, I'm not a bad man, but in the community that I'm from, you know,
Yes.
you grew up seeing that as
Yeah.
a little youth, you understand? So to act it take nothing, you understand?
Yeah.
So that's how the whole acting thing came by. It's like, you know, these guys just asked me to be in a movie and I just completed to the best of my ability.
Okay. Now, you do the impersonation of Bounty Killer, right? How does that go over to him? Like, is he accepting of it, or is he like, yo, what is this young man doing with my voice?
You know, so me not hear him. Me just know, so me talk like it. And if him like it, him just like it. If he want to fight it, he just fight it first. No, man, just think about it.
So he's accepting of it.
Yeah, when can do? And my advice, you just don't like him. You're going to take my advice. And my advice, stay away. But no, man, I appreciate it. Him can't say, yo, I'm going to stop talk like him or whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's all fun and I don't do anything to disrespect
Yes,
him, you know?
yes, that's very true. Now, I want to get into this first song, Life Savior, the song with yourself, Norman Alexander and Bugle. And in the beginning of the song, you basically said that when you were 15, you did some things that you probably shouldn't be here right now. So can you tell us about this song?
This song, no. So I was just working on a project, my album, and, you know, I came up with this song. I said I wanted to do something about my life.
Mm.
And, you know, we had this song for like a minute before a chorus or a next verse was on. And, you know, I just wanted to do something about me, like I was starting when I was younger, growing up, you understand? And those words just came out naturally right here in the studio. And we had this song for a minute, then we ended up make a singer go on it, which is Norman Alexander. Then when I heard it back with the singer, I was like, nah, I'm not putting no more verses on this. I think somebody else needs to tell their story, and that's when we sent it to Bugle.
Okay.
And the song came out beautiful, like this, like this.
Yes. So can you premiere it here for the first time on Get With The Fix?
Listen to me. Make sure you get to the fix. And when you listen to Get to the Fix, you hear positive music, all type of music. And remember, if you're going through anything in life, you don't even have to be an artist. Anything you're going through, you can put on a nice song and have a smile on your face. So listen to this song by NOAHPOWA, Bugle, Norman Alexander, Undertick, Life Savior. Ready?
Yeah, music of my life. Now if you think about it twice, boy.
This song is so powerful.
Yo, growing up, music was my first choice. When I was 15, I made the worst choice. Fall a friend, but one robber nearly lose my life. Me miss that, so me start think twice. So me start play sound and do some acting. Stepping at the studio, I no stop sing. Get to you for Regggae's road to top team. Know everything I shine bright, me no stop win. At 26, me never want to be alone. Get my first loot and start a family of my own. 2 years, 2 more in my home. I love my kids, them me never yet got this own. Only a friend, man, I was tell me how. I wish the real ones, them we always step out. So them a lockdown from the day them book out. Them never know how some life would that turn out. I've seen the lows, I felt the highs. I gave my blood, I sacrificed. And if I could, I'd do it twice. I think music saved my life. Music saved my life. It wasn't optional, give it my full 100, it wasn't fractional. Father said go learn a real trade, me say me no interested. Music my love, so that's where my time will be.
Noah, let me ask you a question. When you posted this song, how many people reached out to you with that feeling of yo, like this is my life? How many people reached out to you with that?
A lot of people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, people love this song. Like, this song is such a powerful song because, you know, people always go through stuff like this.
Yes.
You understand? People always go through stuff like this. So, you know, people really reached out to me from all over the world and said, yo, this song is a powerful song and they love it because it just reflects back on their life.
Yes. Like finding your calling, right?
Yeah.
Definitely finding your calling. Like when I heard this song, I was like, I even put it on the website. I put it on my website because I'm like, yo, people need to hear this song. Because a lot of us sit down, you know, when we're like, what are we doing with our lives? And then it's like you find that one thing, but not everybody is in agreement with what you're doing, but you know that this is your passion.
Definitely, for real. You know, and you have to just know what you want in life too. You understand? Everybody have a choice. I always say that. Everybody have a choice. So you have to just know what you want in life and how you put your talent out there. You understand? And you know, I said music. I think music and music have been great to me and given me everything in life that I have. So I have to give that thanks for that.
Amen. Amen. Now I'm going to ask you an out-of-the-box question, right? Because around here we do out-of-the-box questions. So I hope you're ready to answer. So here's the out-of-the-box question. Would you allow a woman to buy condoms for you, and would you trust her that she won't put holes in it?
Depending on the female. If I just meet them, now I care about it. Because me a great father, so I don't want no woman trying to tie me just getting them pregnant.
You want to be the one getting them pregnant because you want to, not nobody doing it because they want to.
No, that's why I have a condom. No one get them pregnant. I don't want more kids right now. I have 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids, 2 girls, 1 boy. I'm alright to that. I can't take no more kids right now.
Have you ever experienced a situation where a girl brought condoms and she put holes in it? Have you ever experienced that?
No. I don't mess with crazy girls.
So girls who put holes in condoms are crazy girls.
Yes, like why would you want to tie me?
Because you're Noah.
If it's two things. It's either you have some type of disease you want to give me, or you want to get pregnant. You understand? You can't just think about just baby. It can be anything else too. Why would you bore a hole in the condom? It's obviously because you want me to get you pregnant, or you probably have something and you want to give it to me.
Or because you know you got blue check after your name, you know what I mean? These things are, and Warner Brothers is blocking people from posting your stuff, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, if a girl bore a condom, she's sick, she's crazy. Nah, you sound like you bore a condom.
Me, never, ever in my lifetime. Listen here, no, I have one child, okay? And listen, you know what? I'm not even gonna have that conversation.
Yeah, please.
Because no, I'm not boring no nothing and nothing. Because at the end of the day, like, why would you put yourself at risk? Like, you're putting yourself at risk for something that you don't even know if it's gonna be here tomorrow. You don't know if this man gonna be around tomorrow. What are you boring a hole in the condom for?
Sure.
So now we're gonna talk about greener grasses. Now, every time I watch that video, my skin grow. Can you tell us, like, what made you decide to do the graphics of the visuals of the video the way you did it? Because that man has another man nurturing the woman that's pregnant for him. So tell us about greener grasses.
Greener grass, and that video is not even the actual music video. I found that video on Instagram.
Wow.
From the guy in 50 Cent show, For Life.
Okay,
For
okay.
Life. It was one of them. I don't remember which one it is. But yeah, the Power Book too, yeah. That guy he's the one who put that up on his Instagram, and I took it and I put the song behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But that song is a next powerful song. You understand? These songs that I do is so powerful and it's so true, because a lot of us going through that situation right now, toxic relationship.
Yes.
And a lot of the females, and especially, they feel like they don't have a child.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Females, you do have a child. And the guys, them, you have a child also.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, it's mostly the females. I think females be staying in situation because of reasons. And it's the reason is why you're getting abused.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like that, a man have to take care of you, or a man have mind you, and this is just one example.
Right.
And he might beat you up, you should just stay because he might take care of you. No, that's not right. You understand? You have a child, you can't leave. Don't stay and get hurt. You understand? And, you know, I just feel like everybody out there, if you're in a relationship and it's just not there anymore, you know, instead of living uncomfortable and always arguing and fighting and cursing and all these stuff, I think you should just call it quits and just, you know, if counseling now work, well, just leave it alone. The man say, don't stay and get hurt. So this song, Greener Grass, is a very powerful song, because them say quarantine mess up a lot of people's relationship, but I don't think so. Quarantine just show you that the relationship is good.
Yes.
You understand? Because remember, people used to go to work and come home. Come home, they eat the food, they go to bed. So basically, me not have to talk to you, me not have to do crazy things with you. Me have time to start from the side chick on the road, because I'm on the road. But now that quarantine locks you in the house, you can't talk to nobody.
Right.
I'm a face 24/7.
Right.
So, yeah, so Corona really don't mash up nobody's relationship. It just show you that the relationship was not 100%. You understand?
Yeah.
So, everybody out there, Greener Grass, listen to this song, stream this song, buy this song. It's a very powerful song, you understand? Don't stay and get hurt. Self-worth is the best work, you understand? Put yourself first.
Amen.
One time, we're in a toxic situation, and we act like we don't have a choice. But self-worth is the best word. Love yourself first.
Give it to fix, Michelle G. This is Noah Greengrass.
Put yourself first. Remember this.
If the grass don't green on my side, go on with the greener grasses. Cause more time you don't need no glasses. We see who you there with the crosses. Instant me will leave proper ball and cut my lasses. And then everything will get you figure fast with. Just grow with the greener grasses. And everything will keep on. One inside is enough and you not see them. Red flags up and you not free them. Love will make a guy shut and not a real man.
said to yourself, you know what, this is toxic to my entire being, and you just say, you know, I gotta go?
Yeah, I've been in a relationship where I'm the problem.
Oh.
I've been in a relationship where the girl is the problem, but you know, 95% of the time I'm the problem still.
Oh. Okay.
Now I work on myself, bro.
You know what? I can respect you for saying that, because that means that you've grown as a man, and knowing that, you know what, you're doing self-reflection in the mirror. Like, I'm the problem here, so I'm just gonna fix me and then get to where I need to be.
Yeah, I keep it real too. I'll be honest. I'll be telling the female like, yo, I don't think this is working out, because I'm not the one for you. I'm just not, because I'm not giving you what you want, and you know, instead of me keep hurting you, I think we should just go our separate ways.
That's powerful. That's powerful for a man.
Yeah, sometimes you're with a woman and the woman is a good woman. But you just, you know, you're the problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to just realize that you have to tell the woman to listen. You're a great person and you don't deserve this. You know, I think somebody out there who deserves you more than me.
I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. Now, you know, the Prime Minister has been posting a lot about the violence in music, and basically how the music is the reason that there's so much violence in Jamaica. How do you feel about that?
I mean, you know, I don't agree. Like, you know, if you're gonna blame the music, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of violent music. You understand? But I don't feel like they should blame the music on crime. Because if you're gonna blame the music, then you have to blame TV shows.
Yes, yeah.
You have to blame Instagram.
Yeah.
You have to blame social media. You have to blame the world news. Because people are dead all over the world.
Yeah.
So you don't think the youth them is influenced by these things.
Yeah.
You don't think the youth them influenced by what they're seeing on TV. You don't think the youth them influenced by what they're seeing on Instagram. A shooting and go on in New York, a shooting and go on Florida. You understand? And, you know, it's not even poverty. I don't feel like people are going to say, yo, man turned bad man because of poverty. It can't be poverty, and the youth them kill off themselves.
Right,
they kill off their
right.
own friend and family with them. So that's not poverty. You understand? So I don't think the Prime Minister should have got up and blame the music, because it's bigger than just the music.
Okay.
And as I said, I'm not being an hypocrite. You know, it's a lot of the music, and yes, artists do have influence on the youth. So when I contradict myself, they do have power and influence on the youth thing. But who's to tell that the youth really listen to the artist and will shoot a man?
Right.
You understand? If that's the case, the youth can look on TV and see a man shoot a man anymore, shoot a man too. So it's not 100% the music. I wouldn't blame that on the music, honestly.
Okay. Well, you know, I wanted to ask you this question about your daughters. You have two beautiful little people, and you know, I actually miss watching you taking them to school in the morning. Those videos were really fun. Taking them to school in the morning. Can you tell us, as a man, what are you teaching your daughters about men and how they should be treated? And your son, how are you teaching him how to treat women?
Well, honestly, my daughter is about to be 13 years old, a big one, teenager, and the next one is going to be, 11 next month.
Okay.
So we haven't reached to a full conversation about when it comes to man. It's just mostly me teaching them, like, don't take, when they grow older, I don't want them to be dependent on no man, So it's like conversation like those, it's like right now. When you get older, I don't want you to be dependent on any man. I don't want you to feel like it's cool for you to hit a man. I don't think it's cool for you to take a hit from a man also. You understand? Don't stay in a relationship with somebody who's, putting their hands on you. If you're with somebody and then hurt you, just know so you leave. They give them a second or a third chance. You understand?
Right.
So that's where the conversation is at right now with my daughters. You understand? With my son now, you know, it's me teaching him that, you know, do what you have to do to get an education, to the streets and what's going on with the youth, and not for youth and not electricity.
Right,
you know, he's
right.
more a boy, so you have to try to teach him more about the streets and, you know, don't
Yeah.
be like the music that you're listening to, the hip hop and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to listen to what they're saying and follow what they're saying. You understand? So, yeah, that's where it's at right now. Youth until them get older, where 15, 14, 15, 16, you know, you can have more deeper conversation with them, you know. Because when your daughter starts CRT, you know,
Yeah.
you know, it's up there, and them start to them.
Hormones, everything
and,
going.
You know, you have to start get serious with them and
Yes.
check them phone and watch with them and watch on
Yes.
Instagram and YouTube,
Yes.
Instagram. Yeah, be careful how them post on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Do your kids have Facebook and Instagram?
No Facebook, no Instagram.
Why?
TikTok.
Why not?
Because honestly, I think with Instagram, it's so much. I never really free TikTok, but they go on TikTok to just do their little dance stuff and all
Okay.
that stuff. But
Okay.
with Instagram, I think it's more.
Adultish.
I mean, it's more adultish and it's more craziness going on. You know,
Okay.
people post any little footage on
Yeah.
Instagram nowadays. So that's we definitely watch out for that when you have the kids them and everything.
Okay. I like that answer. Now your new song that you put up, Spend Enough Money.
Yeah.
Can you tell the one that got me blocked? Can you tell us about that song and the whole concept in it? Because I see that the girls robbed you. So talk to me. Talk to me about it.
Well, I mean, we wanted to just do a music video that's different from everybody else, you know, and at that point it was in the quarantine time I did that song, and you know VP wanted that song to put out at that point, so that was the song, you know. And so we said let's do a music video, and you know we wanted something with a little concept in it.
Okay.
You know, so we went to the house and the house had a safe in it. It's like, okay, you know, we can improvise and make it be like, you know, this guy, he just feel like saying about enough money and he just want to hold it for girls and, you know, and call him Virgin and then Virgin setting up, you know. But those things happen in real life, so, you know, real life type of vibe. Man, set up them own Virgin.
Yes.
So, you know, them trying to rob me, but they don't really get the ball and we get all you know, small thing, and we get the real money.
So no, for the first time on Get With The Fix, please premiere Spend Enough Money.
Pocket full of money, get a bag of gas. No. Roll out the bike and then carry them now. Michelleg no keep fake friend, no, she no break them, violate the fix on your head back. Check it out, spend enough money, NOAHPOWA.
No, I'm gonna need my drops, okay? I'm gonna need my drops.
Yeah. 4, 3, money cup. Y'all so we sweet like a honey cup. Yeah. Pocket full of money, get a bag of girl. No. Roll out the bike and the car them. No. We no keep fake friend, no. We no read them. Violate the links and your ends get crushed. I got bag of gold and aisles so me rich. Pop out my Kyle with style. No man a star with a step to the bar. Tell the waitress link up the section. Talk to me nice, bro, when me swag. Design that one foot money in a box. Talks them ready cause I saw a bad.
Anybody want these songs, y'all gotta pay me because I paid for my songs, people. I paid for them.
Spend enough money. Spend enough money. With the straight beer, them can't some funny comment. Spend enough money. Spend enough money, yeah man. Spend enough money. With the straight beer, them can't some funny.
Noah, I want to tell you this, right? When I went to, because Dane, shout out to Dane Bogle. You know, Dane is always sending me your music and anyone from VP Records music on a daily basis. Like I get songs all the time. And when I went to, because I have an app that I use to download music. And when I went, I didn't realize how many songs you have.
Yeah, a lot. Definitely a lot of songs. I did a lot of songs, man. So, you know, you just have to check them out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I went to FRP. I don't know if you know FRP, but I downloaded your song so that you could get some cash. Because it's important for artists. Even though I have them in my email, I downloaded them so that you could get, paid for these songs, because that's important.
That definitely, the support is real.
Definitely.
Big up to everybody who support the music. I really appreciate that.
Definitely. Now, what would make you in this business, in this music business, what would make you happiest? Like, what will make you smile from ear to ear when it comes to your music?
I mean, when people tell me that they love my music and, keep doing good music and, that kind of make me blush and smile hard. I'll be like, okay, at least somebody loves my music, somebody out there appreciate what I'm doing. So, yeah, that people have supported me and people loving my music, and to go to a concert and see people that sing out the songs and word for word.
Yeah. Now, is music like your first love, or acting, or doing your skits, or just being a DJ? Which one, if you had to pick one of them, which one would you do for the rest of your life?
Well, they all fall in one category.
Okay.
Entertainment. So, I mean, I don't think we can say, never stop and pick one, because they all fall in one, entertainment. I can't go on the mic and go sing at a stage show, and I don't have to put in a selective type of vibe. I have to put in a selective part of vibes too.
Definitely.
I have to select the songs that's coming next. Understand? So it all falls under one umbrella. It's one umbrella. So I love all of them. It's entertainment. You can't have a movie without a soundtrack.
True. Now, you've worked with people like Wyclef, Shaggy, Shane, Cyclone, Liquid, Bugle, Hood Celebrity, Chemist, Chino, all of these people. What is one person that you're looking forward to working with?
I just I work with anybody, you understand, but Mogwai, I'm a friend. I'd love to do a song. Mogwai, I asked him a couple of times, and I know we can't get it. But, one day I got my rate Mogwai, I just feel like give me a Mogwai to do a song. The other day I said me a voice note, and I said, brother, so I did me a talk, and I tell a brother, I say, yeah, DJ, wicked enough for them, man. I want to road there, man. So, at least him acknowledge me,
Yes. He see you in due time. Now, tell people, because there's a lot of artists and a lot of young artists, because this show is being broadcast right now on 7 stations, and Thursday and Friday it broadcasts on different stations again. Can you tell a lot of artists the importance of owning your masters?
Well, I mean, owning your masters, honestly, me that used to keep it real, and I'm still learning when it comes to this whole masters thing.
Okay.
You understand? Because the other day I was watching something with Jim Jones, and
Yes.
he was saying, a lot of you don't really know what's the meaning of owning your masters.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And owning your masters, to me, I guess it's great. It's great to own your masters, because you don't know what can happen in the long run when they get older. And, your music can just turn out to be some big music 2 years from now where you don't expect. And when you're older, you're going to need all of them something that way you can say, you benefit from that real way. So
Definitely.
I'm still learning the process, so I can't really speak on it. You understand?
Okay, but do you have like attorneys and all of that, a group of people who are working with you to help you get a deeper understanding?
Yeah. I mean, with the music, it's not like we don't have an understanding. We have an understanding when it comes to the business part of it. But the whole master thing, because if I have a song, and if I do a song at this point, and I feel like, it's just a song, I feel like VP want the song, and he might buy the song from me. Sometimes you as the producer, I'm the artist.
Right.
A lot of times the producer, I remember the producer owns the masters.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you will sing now for a person, and him decide to want to sell the song to somebody. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You only can claim the part for your voice.
Right.
You understand? Because they're selling the song as the beat is theirs.
Right.
So it's me now to be a legal part now to say, okay, you don't own my voice. You understand?
Okay.
So it's just a thing where lawyers have to be involved more time when things like this is happening.
Okay.
And it's just depending on the song. Because right now I have songs that is getting picked to go in big major places, and it takes me
Nice.
a while because I'm not giving away my stuff like that.
That's right. That's right.
It's a learning process, I would say. So right now we're going through stuff with attorneys and stuff like that right now as we speak. So as I would say, it's a learning process. It's not something where I'm not gonna rush and say, yo, we know the full design.
Right.
So that's why I have people like Shaggy who are cool with them little rush. Yeah, you're too young or you're too old to learn. So that's the next thing with the artists nowadays. If you don't know, you can ask. You understand? You can ask. A lot of us doing music, but we don't really understand a lot of the business part of
side,
it.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You understand? Because we as I get to you to just do music. We just want to know so we have to run the place.
Yes.
We have stream and money are coming and shows are coming, but then there's other part of it where it's the business part where you have to just know. So I've been learning for the past years coming, so I give God thanks.
Amen. Yeah, very, very, very dope, very dope. Now this song with Shaggy and Shane, Go My Way. Can you tell us how did you guys come together to do this song? Pause and the come together. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, this is not the first song with me and Shaggy.
Right.
We have Money Up. That was on his album. So we cool. That's my friend. Trust me, I have like 2 albums with Shaggy right now.
Okay.
Down in the studio. I have mad songs with Shaggy, but this song is just a song that he did and he wanted me to put a verse on it. So,
okay.
It was just clear and I put a verse on it, and it was a juggling that he put out in the kitchen table. And, the song just come out and people like it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Now, Noah, can you tell us, what do you have upcoming? What else should we be looking out for with Noah?
Well, I have my album.
Okay.
Supposed to drop this year on VP Records.
Okay.
But we have a single supposed to drop from the album around June.
Okay.
And and there's more music videos, and more music coming. That's it right now. And just
what about the movies? What about the movies? What we doing with the movies?
Movies, I'm talking to some people about that from the other day.
Okay.
Just to get a good script, because we're not doing the craziness. We want something that makes sense,
Okay.
So we're working on something too. So we're calling it a party night.
Okay, cool. Now I wanted to ask you this question because a lot of times, a lot of people like myself go through, we want drops, we want dubs and all of these things, and we often have to go through managers and, sit down waiting for a long time to get this stuff. How does one get to you to get a drop, a dub, and those sorts of things?
I mean, sometimes the manager them deal with them stuff too, because sometimes you might send it to me, as I said from earlier, we be going through stuff more time where I'll probably be busy, something with the kids or, my life. I know, sometimes we can't get to that. I don't like doing dubs, but it has to do. But when it's working time, it's working time. But yeah, you can link me, you can link my manager to me, but it's just the time and the place, as I'm saying. So, and but just LinkedIn, you have being linked. So
yes, definitely. Now, Noah, before you go, this song, Nyamit, I have the instrumental, and I want to hear you sing it right now on Get With The Fix. So I'm gonna play it.
Oh, that's not gonna work. There's a delay on the phone.
No, it's fine. It's no delay, Noah. Don't run now. There's no delay. Ain't no delay. Ja. I don't ever think we're remember that song. I'm gonna play it, and then you could go ahead. Here we go. You remember now? You remember? I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule. I know that you're a busy man, and this interview took forever to happen, but I am glad that it did. You are an amazing person. Keep doing everything that you're doing. Keep being a great dad to those beautiful kids that you have and a pillar in your community. And we wish you all of the best success that is definitely going to come your way.
Thank you very, very much. I'm actually at the studio right now recording, and I took the time out to come outside and do this. So big up yourself and love, love, and respect, eh?
Thank you, Noah. Have a great evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Shaggy. Them fuck pull up. It no matter how they no exist.
Get with the fix, Michelle G. That was Noah Power.
If you really don't like me, this gonna go my way. There's a door. If you really don't like me, go ahead and make my day.
First place on the podium. They could have never thrown me down. Salute. Say they got them on the holy ground. Who are trying to slow me down? The rules already. Money still a down. They got them still a come. We have the winner now. No time for bad man. I talk him out. We lock him up. Here's him in and knock him out. Tell the boy to lock him up. You walking on a rocky road. But mine always rocking up.
I don't care if you really don't like me, this gonna go my way.
This is Shaggy, Noah Power, and Shane, whose song? Y'all know Shane. Jersey on.
And make it, I know it hurt him. Don't get it by any means we deserve it. Sharing all his dance probably gon' turn him. Right in the wins. Go get us in the game, we deliver. My play, if you ain't a heavy hitter. Rock with me, we can double up these figures. Oh yeah.
If you don't walk it, me no need your advice. Look on me face, stone cold like a ice. And if you know that me not fi play nice. I am the boss and I'm a thing, and me alone pay the price. Say they could never dim my glow. Light shine bright when I'm making low. If you're with me, you should let me know.
Get with the fix, Michelle G. Of course, we are broadcasting live. Hi, everybody on Facebook. We are broadcasting live. I always got to pick up this list. We are broadcasting live on getwiththefix.net, getwiththefix.com, Majestic Music, Mighty Mix, Metric Radio, Blaze Radio 99.9 FM, and Blaze Radio Live on the TuneIn app. On every Thursday, we are on Street Madness Radio out of Atlanta. And every Friday, we are on the Block 105. Now, those two stations, Street Madness and the Block, this is the only Caribbean podcast that is on that station. So shout out to me. Shout out to me.
Don't talk them not exist.
So right now we are about to go into our second interview. I love doing this show. I love doing this show. I don't do anything that I don't like doing, first of all. So let me just make that clear. If I don't like something, I'm not going to do it. Good evening, love. How are ya? Hi.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Right now on Get With The Fix for the first time, this is Baddoll. What up, Baddoll?
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here as well. Now, Baddoll, what's up with the name Baddoll? Tell us about that.
So persons are always interested to know where that's coming from. But to be honest, Baddoll is just a name that, it really was just a social media moniker for me.
Okay.
It has always been like that name that I ran with on social media even before music. So, in picking up music, I was just like, what am I going to be named? And it just worked. And I was like, why not just work with, what I already have on social media?
Yeah.
And then I put it into a musical form where I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm musically bad in my own right.
Talk truth.
Yeah.
Talk truth.
That was like, kids and all of that. I'm like, that really covers the dog piece. So I'm like, it's just perfect. So I just worked with it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, I've been asking everybody that I speak to, how are you doing during this COVID? And what is one or two things that you've learned about yourself during this COVID? And the lockdown.
All right, so the lockdown, I hate. Because I'm not sure if there's anyone who likes to.
No.
Sometimes get bored. You can't really do what you want to do. I'm such a fast-paced person.
Okay.
On an average day, I'm doing a lot.
Okay.
Here and there. So to be just kind of confined That I don't like that.
Okay, okay.
But overall, I would just say like since the whole pandemic, there has been some positives to it as well.
Okay.
I must say that because as I said, being such a fast-paced person in my everyday life, this has really been maybe the first time in a long time that I've been able to just kind of step back
Okay.
and really get to reflect on a few things, and I think that's important. I think that's what 2020 did for maybe most persons.
Okay.
We all got an opportunity to really kind of just look back at things and just a lot of self-evaluation. So, I mean, you asked me what are two things that I probably learned about myself. Patience.
Okay. You didn't have it before, huh?
Not really. And I was always so eager. As you can tell, I'm a new artist.
Right.
Coming in on the scene. There is a lot that I personally wanted to get pushed out for the year 2020 before the whole pandemic came about. So I was eager. I was ready just to kind of hit the ground running, and then everything came crashing down.
Oh, yeah.
I had to develop that level of patience.
Okay.
Still in that process, but it's good because it's teaching me that even in life in general, sometimes the plans you have for yourself and the things you want are not necessarily coming at the time that you want it to be. But it will come in due time.
Timing is everything. Timing is everything. That is something that is so powerful that a lot of us don't sit down and think about. Like, we want it now, but God is like, listen here, you're not ready. Hold on. I got bigger things coming for you.
Yeah, we have this thing that says, man a plan,
God, listen here.
Exactly. So time is the master of all things, and we just have to wait until, God is ready. And trust me, that time will be the right time. So I learned a lot of patience.
Okay.
And other than that, I think that was probably the biggest thing that I learned there. And it also gave me a lot of time to go into my own creative space as well.
I like that. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I'm a writer.
Okay.
And anyone who writes their own songs, I think they would be able to say there are times, and this is just being completely honest, where we get into a writer's block.
Okay.
And that means, you're writing your songs, and then there are times when you just don't know what to write, honestly. You try to get back in your creative space, and it just becomes so difficult. But, I mean, we have our times where we get over it.
Right.
But that's probably the worst thing to experience as a writer. Someone who is solely dependent on you being the person who makes their music from scratch. So, the time that I got some reflection time to really get back into my creative space. Do things that, I wouldn't normally get time to do. Relax, some people, they may smoke a blunt, whatever it is that they need to do to get their mental in the right space. But for me, that really helped. And so, my creative juices are flowing. And again, just working on that patience, I think that has been probably two of the most beautiful things that came out of this whole pandemic for me.
I love it. You know what I love? Like, every time I speak to someone, I love the positivity that everyone is seeing during this negative thing that's happening. Everyone is so positive about the opportunities that they've been getting, in this whole pandemic. So I love that you have some positive things that you've learned and it's working on with yourself, which will make you a better artist, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's already, everything that's going on is already so negative. You just don't want to put any added negative energy on top of what's going on, because what you put out.
Oh, please say that again. Say that again, Baddoll. Please say that again.
What you put out is what you get back. So you have to be careful of the type of energy that you put out in everyday life around people, family, friends, whatever it is that you want for yourself, you've got to always have that positive energy towards it. And that's gonna help, all of us in the long run.
Definitely. Yo, Roxy, you got a good one here. She's dope already. I like her already, Roxy. I like her. Now, can you tell us, you are born Jamaican and you're born to singer parents. So is that the way that you got into music, or you were going to school and say, you know what, let me just knock on the desk? You know how we as kids be knocking on the desk and singing? Like, how did you fall into music?
All right, so I would say that, music was something that I was probably born with and born into.
Okay.
From as long as I can remember myself, I've always been able to sing.
Okay.
I discovered that, or I would say others discovered that when I was much, much younger, and, I used to go to church.
Okay.
So, my parents, we grew up in the church, so it was a lot like getting us involved as kids in the choir, dance groups, musical groups, stuff like that. And so, you would have those Christmas performances or those regular Sunday service.
Yes,
and the kids were involved, and I would do solo acts.
Okay.
As small as I was, and I'm talking about maybe 4 years old.
Wow.
As small as I was, I had the mic in hand doing solo acts, with...
So you've been Baddoll from 4. You've been Baddoll.
Right, so... even in church. So, that's where it really started for me. I think that's where everything nourished from a musical thing. And I've just had love for music ever since.
Okay. Now, being a woman in this man-driven industry, can you tell us, like, some of the struggles that you face? Because we've been listening to a lot of women artists who are talking about producers trying to sleep with them, not really caring about their talents. They just see them as a body. So what are some of the struggles that you've had, and how have you overcome those struggles?
I have to say this is probably one of the topics I hate talking about the most, because it really hits home as a female.
Wow.
A lot of times, people hardly see you for the talent that you have and the talent that you possess.
Okay.
Everything is so sexualized, because even, to be honest, the industry itself is sexualized.
Okay,
Females naturally think, you can get that fuss.
Yes.
If, you're probably overly sexualized, that's what people want to see, that's what people want to hear in songs. So you find that very prominent in dancehall. And I mean, that's okay if, because there's nothing wrong with being sexual, and sometimes that's also empowering us as women to kind of like accept ourselves.
Right.
But when it's coming from the male aspect where someone wants to work with you, and, you're thinking here that, they think my music is good and they want to get me the studio and we can do some work together. In the other ear, you get there and, there's a whole other conversation. And it almost puts you in a space where you feel like, okay, am I only here because you want to, link up or something? It's because you genuinely feel like my music is good. And then a lot of men don't take rejection well.
Yes. So
as artists, you're probably getting to work with someone that you really want to work with in the industry from a male standpoint, and you're feeling good about that. They start putting some type of talk to you, you're shutting it down, and then all of a sudden the interest is no longer there.
Right.
Yeah. So it's so funny. I watched a live from Jada Kingdom before, and one of the things that she said was, a lot of these guys are more interested in, getting body versus getting a hit song. And that, I was like, wow. She knows her stuff about. We can really put fire into the music and, make it really happen and really create magic in music, which is going to create money.
Right.
But it's almost like if you're not willing to give your body, it's not to all, slash all, but there are some instances where if you're not willing to give your body, then, no one's gonna, or some persons won't be interested in working with you. So that's like a main struggle. For me, and I think I would definitely encourage any female artist at all to do this. You just have to set your grounds from early. You have to know, even if an opportunity comes up, and, that particular producer or whoever is trying to manage you is bringing some form of sexual talk to you, you just have to be, standing your ground, letting them know that that's not what you're about.
Right.
Even
Right.
if they decide that they're not gonna work with you, then they're just not gonna work with you.
Right.
But the
Right.
moment you start giving in, it creates like it
An
creates for me,
okay,
I would
a
think,
road to take you
yeah,
to
and it's an
places
okay.
that, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then it moves from just that one producer to a next, to a next, to a
Because you
next.
know
to
they're
a
gonna
next,
tell their friends, "Oh, yo, dog, she easy, dog." Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So what's it gonna be, right? This producer can have you, but another one can't. And
Mm.
then that's how your name starts going around the industry.
Yes,
As big
yes.
as the industry seems, it's really small. So
Yeah.
you don't want your name to be highlighted like that.
Baddoll, listen here. I love this conversation with you. I mean, I ask women this question all the time, and every one of you guys have the same response. Like, it's really ridiculous to think that you have this talent and this gift, and they just look at you as a body. Not because I'm dressed sexually means that that's what I'm about. Like, I want to feel sexy. It's okay for me to feel sexy for myself.
Exactly.
Right? I'm not here to feel sexy for you. I'm here to feel sexy for myself. What I'm here for is to bring you some money, like this bag. What's the issue?
Exactly.
It's
So,
really. How do you think that the industry will be able to change that though? Do you think that they would be, or it's something that's just gonna keep happening?
I would say really, to be honest, in order for that to change, it's gonna boil down to oneself, And
Okay.
I'm not just talking about the female artists, but even the males that are
Okay.
working with the female artists. And I don't want to put a bad image out there like, that's everybody. That's
Right. Definitely not. Definitely
we
not.
really do have some persons where they're about that bag. They're about, working with the artist, getting the artist to the next level. And, the reality is, and this is the funny reality, and this is how the tables turn. If the females stand their ground on the men in the industry that are just looking to, sexualize them or just see them as objects, when that female busts, those same people are now going to want to be about your business.
Yes.
And that's where the tables turn.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, for newer artists like myself, sometimes, they don't necessarily see the vision the way how you see it as a new artist. They probably don't see you as a big bag because you're a new artist.
Right.
But the tables do turn. I can tell you that.
Definitely.
See it time and time again with, other persons. So the tables do turn. But it just boils down to stuff. I just think the producers and, the persons who are more like that in terms of sexualizing women a lot. Nothing is wrong if you compliment a female.
Right.
Nothing is wrong if you even let a female or express to your, to that female that, hey, you look good. I've had persons working with me that let me know straight, Baddoll, you look good, and it's good because this is gonna look good
Your
for
image.
the public.
Yes.
But
yeah.
Let the focus still be about music.
Definitely.
And the talent.
Definitely. Now, your song Test Ride. Tell us about Test. Tell us about Test Ride. I'm afraid to ask.
Oh gosh. All right. So Test Ride. There was not much talk to it. My road manager, big up Ertman. He's my road manager. So he's down here in Jamaica in the streets.
Okay.
He's going to the parties, the dances, any events that, up and live, he's there. And he knows the streets of dancehall.
Okay.
Because the streets of dancehall is where you want.
Yeah.
That's the crowd.
Definitely.
Right? And, if anyone knows the streets of dancehall, dancing is a big part of that.
Right.
Yeah. So he was the one who said, all right, these are the type of songs we have so far. That's cool and all well, but we're going to give you a rhythm and we wanted to put something where the ladies them can just dance and broke out.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let's do that. And Test Ride now, I was like, all right, the way how I write my music, I always like to, I could always say something about, the average whining and all of that, but I'm like, all right, what can I put to this song? Because it's going to be simple, but I want it to have some form of content that's just gonna,
Yeah.
you know, when you hear it, you're like, what?
Yeah.
So I was like, test ride. You know, anybody else come approach you as a man, I have to know say cup up first, you know?
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, all right, let's work with that. And then it hit the streets, and trust me, like, he's the one out there that's, you know, in the streets, and he's sending videos all the time, and, you know, the ladies, they love it. As them here, then bend over, them, it's done. It's a done deal from
Ride. Test ride. So, Baddoll, please premiere for the first time on Get With The Fix your song, Test Ride. You hear me?
Go again, I'm sorry.
No, I said for the first time, please premiere your song, Test Ride, on Get With The Fix.
You want me to do acapella?
Yeah, yes.
Oh my. Can I get everything now? Alright, that's fine. Alright, I'll do the first song.
Go ahead.
Alright then. Bend my back slightly, body up highly, and come in me, shake it like a, so all me excited, me inside a bike, you ready to ball out, me no silent a siren. Ride on it, judgment can't run you off a test ride it, tell me how you know when you find it, after the perfect fit, yes it.
Get With The Fix, this is Baddoll, Test Ride. Yes, lady, she's saying right on it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Right on it. I really like this song, you know? If this song, this song is not for the scared girls, then. This is not a scary girl song at all. That's a towel. So I have an out of the box question for you, right? Do you think that women should buy condoms?
Yes. Yes.
You said it with confidence. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, because when you're going to test ride it.
Talk truth.
What is key is not prepared. So we're test riding it, but we're doing it.
But listen, you and I gonna have conversations after this show. You hear me? You. A woman, according to Baddoll, a woman needs to be prepared at all times.
Yes, in her purse, yes.
Yes.
So just in case he doesn't have, you have.
Yes. Because you know these fellas be trying to play us. Be like, I don't got any.
Exactly.
And the store closed and all of these things. Yeah, so no, we want to point y'all out.
We don't trust them. So
no.
You just have to have your protection, for your own backup.
That's right. Baddoll, like, I love you. Like you're my sis in my head.
Okay, good friend.
Yes, I got a new friend, y'all. I got a new friend. So, Baddoll, like, can you tell anyone that's listening, like, the business aspect of being in this industry? How important is it for you to have, like, a solid team behind you?
Wow, that's such an important question. It's I can't stress enough how important it is. Like, even as a new artist, most of the times as artists that, are coming into the business or, they're fresh on the block, their focus is just so much about making music, just trying to get in the studio, getting rhythms to, voice on, and your focus is just so much on getting stuff out there so you can get recognition. But a lot of times we don't remember that there's a whole business that handles your bag.
Yes.
And all of that. And trust me, if you don't have a team, because chances are you're going to be learning the business aspect of it. I'm still in the process of learning the business aspect of it. If I don't have a strong team that is already knowledgeable of, the business piece that can actually help me to learn along the way, then you're going to fumble. And that's very important for anyone in music to actually to know. So, like with everything, you always have a group of experts or somebody who knows something that you don't know. So you want to have that team around you for two things. They're going to be able to, help manage a lot of the things that you don't necessarily know how to.
Right.
And two, they're also going to be teaching you as you go along what you need to know about the business, which is going to be very important, because there is, like, even since I started music seriously, I've learned that there is just so much more than just doing a song and releasing a song. Even in releasing a song, that song is not yours, even though that's your vocal.
Yes, that's the same thing Noah just said. Noah said the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly. The whole component of the song itself, from the rhythm. Well, in most cases, producers normally already purchase their rhythms.
Yeah.
But, from the rhythm to, the masters and all of that. The whole sales, even in Jamaica, there's, even the sales. You might think that, okay, I'm an artist and I get all of this. That's not it.
Right.
Your producers mostly, normally, based on the contractual agreement, will have sales.
Definitely.
You also have cases where a producer can just pay you to go on a rhythm, and because they paid you off, you don't get anything from that. So that's probably your right to your songwriting and the song or your voice. But there's just so much to it, even stuff that I am still learning. And everyone, once you're involved in music, it doesn't even matter if you're an artist or not. Once you play a part in music, you have to know everything that you contribute and how you can get monetized for that.
Definitely.
From the registration of your music, everything. Everything, very important.
Definitely. I love that response. I definitely love your response. Now your other song, Skin to Skin. Tell us about Skin to Skin.
All right, so Skin to Skin was released by Gwtf Records. A lot of persons don't know this, but it's actually my very, very first officially recorded song.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, when we started off, because Baddoll was really, the whole music aspect of Baddoll was really launched in 2020.
Okay.
The first song.
Wait. You said 2020?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
In January of 2020. Now, we were working before that.
Okay.
Right? But because one of the things with us as artists, even the producers, you will have a song that you've done, and it doesn't have to be released right away. It can take time.
Right.
You can release a song a year from now, 2 years from now.
Okay.
It just all depends on when that production team sees it fit. So we were working before that. The project of Baddoll was already in the works from maybe early 2019. Started releasing official music in 2020. Got my Vivo up and all of that. The very first song that was released wasn't even the first song that I, actually recorded.
Okay.
So Skin to Skin, however, we had to release that because I just felt like, the first time I stepped into a studio and actually did this professionally, I always wanted to remember that. And I like the song. The producer liked the song as well, and we just said, hey, we're just gonna put it out. So we did put it out. It wasn't the first thing that I ever released, but we still put it out nonetheless. So yeah.
Okay. For the first time on Get With The Fix, here is Skin to Skin.
It's Baddoll official.
Little pepper.
It's not the thing get critical. I'm feeling you all the time. I can't get you off my mind. The way you make me heart jump like a tickle. You make body jiggle. Baby, you wanna stick with it. You are my baby boy. I never tell no lie. Everything that's wrong feels right every time when you're by my side. I gave you one chance, boy, but you made me come twice.
That part right there.
Nobody in me. I'm a potato. I'm a body cry. Need you in my life. I'm missing this feeling. My body needing. You are my baby boy. I never tell no lie. Everything that's wrong feels right every time when you're by my side. I gave you one chance, boy, but you made me come twice. Missing this feeling, my body needing. You give me my cultural infraction when you park up the bike, now the middle section. Hold me tight, boy, fool me, give me the sanction. This a loving ya, that loving ya, a construction. When you brace it up one time, you put me in the mood for me. You give me one touch, baby, me get the ride of my life. Skin to skin paradise, me got skin tight.
Yo, Baddoll, that name suits you. That name suit. Listen here.
I told you.
That name, that name suits you. Like that is you. That's you. That's you. That's definitely you. Now, the fact that you most of your songs are sexual songs, right? And you know we had the Lady Saws and you know all of those magnificent women who graced dancehall and pushed the way for a lot of you young girls like such as yourself. What are you doing with your music to make sure that you have that kind of longevity in this business?
So one of the things I've noticed, you know, because those are women that, you know, I pay a lot of attention to. You know, we have to look at the OGs, you know, coming into the music. It can't just be, you know, okay, I know how to write and I know how to sing and I know DJ, so I'm just going to do what I do. You have to also mimic a lot of the things that these persons have done and, you know, have been successful from. So, you know, I pay a lot of attention to that. And one of the reasons why, even at this point in time, you know, even though we were talking about, you know, sexualizing stuff earlier, I did mention, you know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Because it gives confidence in women as well.
Right.
And you'd realize how confident these women are. You know, how, you know, have, like, when you take in a show from Spice, back in the day when we had Lady Star, all these persons, you know, they were just so confident in their body. You know, they were making other women feel good. You know, with the type of songs that they were singing. And if you realize they were very sexualized songs, that's something I realized that us as women on a whole love.
Yeah. You hear how I was singing what's the name 2 seconds ago,
you're
right?
in a party or you're in an event and you hear that type of song and, you know, we're ready to, you know, start moving to that beat. So, you know, just taking a page off of their book. But also another thing that's very important, and you will start seeing this from Baddoll soon as well, these women are also very versatile. So, I mean, doing sexual songs is good and okay and stuff, but, you know, there's more to it. There's more to the music. But there's a strategy in everything that we do. So, you know, we've released these type of songs now. You know, you're kind of catching the audience with these songs first, and then, you know, we're going into other things that we are capable of doing from a musical standpoint. So, I mean, we will continue to hear sexual songs, of course. We'll hear other songs as well, you know, party songs, songs that just make you feel good, songs that talk about independent women.
Definitely,
activity, you know, badness, everything. You know, songs that talk about, you know, just overall life on a whole. But, you know, there's so much more to come. You'd realize that right now, the catalog that I have is pretty small in terms of the songs. I think probably I have maybe 4 songs.
Yeah, you're growing. You're growing. You're growing.
Yeah, which is true. Yeah, so giving persons an ear to start listening to those things to really hear about what's really gonna come next, and that's really what's gonna blow things out of the water. By the time we're looking at maybe 15 or 20 songs, there's gonna be so much in variety for touching the ears of anyone and everyone, actually.
Definitely. That for somebody that just started, your intellect, your connection of words, everything is just perfect. Like I'm sitting here in amazement just listening to you articulate everything that you're saying. Like you're really a dope young lady. So don't you ever forget that, okay?
Thank you.
Don't forget
I
that.
really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Don't forget that. Now the Prime Minister. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm saying, mother and father grow good.
Listen,
so,
shout out to mommy and daddy, okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the Prime Minister has been saying that a lot of the Jamaican artists are the reason that crime is so high in Jamaica because of the music. What's your take on that?
All right, that's another touchy one, too. I mean, we all play a part in, what's happening in society. We all have to be responsible. But to solely blame that on the music, I would have to disagree. Okay. I get it. I get the stance in which he's coming from. We have to be careful as influencers, because that's how you have social media influencers. Yeah. We are influencers in the music.
Yes.
So we have to be careful in terms of the type of lyrics and stuff that other persons would deem as you being influential to a younger mind or a younger person. So I get it. I get it 100%. And I do think that we play a role in having to make sure that, we are somewhat being responsible. Okay. But at the time, I can't say that that's the reason for crime, the crime rate and violence. It's definitely not. At the end, and this is something that it's a worldwide debate too. I've been taking Cardi B as well, and they're talking about her song. Yes. And how the song is influencing, younger people, how kids are listening to it. But Cardi can't be responsible for millions of kids around the world. We all have a social responsibility, whether as parents, as guardians, as even individuals, to know what's wrong from what's right and how we're actually, acting on certain things. So as an artist, you're just there trying to make food and put,
food on the table to feed their kids.
Like anyone else who goes to work and do what they do.
Right.
And the truth is, a lot of the times the music that people do gravitate to sometimes may not be the most
fitting, clean songs,
Right.
Yeah,
and I've heard artists complain about this so much. They do, a song that's so humbling and everything, and we're talking about life, and then they get very minimal sales. And then they do a song
but bad man and guns and everything and everybody. Yeah,
and their sales go all the way up.
Yeah.
So I just think, yes, we still have to be a little bit responsible for, what we do put in the music. We have to make it clear, too, we can't always be singing the same type of music as well. So if we're singing about drugs and guns and all of that, I can understand you doing 1 or 2 songs about it, but it can't be that's the only type of category of music that you're putting out there, because then that's the image that's going to be stuck on you as an artist.
Right.
That's it. You have to sometimes you have to do another song that may be contradicting of one that you spoke about guns and drugs, and probably be like, stay in school, don't do drugs, don't do guns. Yeah. Just so that they get the message across that, hey, this is just for music, and this is not me saying you should go out there and do this. This is not me saying that this is my lifestyle either. This is just solely for fun and for music. But other than that, I can't say I would blame any artist for what's happening. The crime and violence is bigger than music.
Definitely.
And if they continue to blame music for that, they will never actually get to the root cause.
True.
If actually happening in the country and actually have it resolved. We're going to always have that issue if we're looking to blame music for it. The truth is, if all artists get up tomorrow and start singing, very positive things, yes, it will resonate well with the society, but will that really stop all crime and violence?
True.
I doubt it.
Very
We're looking
true.
at people that are hungry, they have no job,
Yeah.
there's no way for them to get a job, there's poverty, there's so much things that's impacting that will lead someone to probably steal, you know, and, you know, from that's one crime to another. There's so much other things that are more important than us thinking about just music.
Definitely.
Right? These persons don't just listen dancehall either. They listen rap. They listen hip hop. They listen so many other genres they listen to. Are we going to say that those artists are influencing them as well? So it can't be. It has to be deeper than that.
Very, very good question. Very good. Because let me tell you, I have a teenager and I listen to the rap music, and girl, I feel like I'm high after I'm done listening to it. Like, naturally, I'm serious. But we have to listen to it because when you have kids, you have to listen to what they're listening, so you understand that you have to give them a different message about what the song, that's what the song's saying, but that don't mean you got to go out and do that.
Exactly. And, you know, if there's really a song out there that you just don't think it's fitting for kids, then you shouldn't have
play it.
Listen to that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to set ground rules as a parent as well to let them know what they should and shouldn't do.
Definitely.
That's just where, that's my point of view on that.
Definitely. I love it. Now tell me one male and one female artist that you would love to work with in this industry. Either dancehall, reggae, or even like hip hop or whatever.
You're probably the first person who has ever asked me this, but I've never thought about it before.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, that's such a good one. I've always been asked about, you know, who's like my favorite artist and stuff, but I always say, you know, for me, I don't have a favorite artist per se. I look up to, you know, all the persons who paved the way for us, but that's a good one. If I got an opportunity to work with a male artist right now, I definitely have to say I would love to put something on a track with Popcorn.
Put it to the universe. Put it to the universe.
Yeah, I'm going to put something on a track with Popcorn.
There we go. And a female. Who would be the female for you? Who would be the woman that you think that y'all could just rock out to and bust a song?
All right. So this one here, I've never told anyone.
I get exclusive? Oh my.
Yeah, you get exclusive. And this artist is actually I would say it's probably a newer artist herself. She's definitely made waves. But I definitely say Shanice Leon.
I knew you was going to say her. I knew it.
Yeah, I think she's great and she's really going places.
Yes.
So that would be a killer one for me.
You know, I actually interviewed her when she was just starting out. She was here in New Jersey at a concert, and I met her at the hotel, and I spoke with her, interviewed her, and she has just been doing amazing things. So, amazing things. So, you know, put that again in the universe, because that's something that is at your reach. So put that in the universe as well.
All right. Yeah, that's right. I love her voice. She's amazing. She's a humble soul. I think it's her personality that's so gravitating as well.
Yes.
She's definitely someone I could see us blending together very well from a musical standpoint.
Definitely. I see it. Both Baddoll and Chanel, listen here. Listen. Both of y'all vocals, man, in due time, everything will definitely happen for you. Now, this song, Come Around. Can you tell us about Come Around?
Yes, I can. All right, so this one now, it's kind of like me speaking to the ladies to let them know that, listen, you see these men that are coming around, you have to let them know. Yeah. You can't let them take you for granted. You have to let them know that they're used to things, right? Because, you know, they have this thing, you know, where females, they're probably some females that are probably frightened for money, and they can use their money and buy buy you out and all of that. No, we have our own money.
Talk
We can do
truth.
so. Yeah, so when you come to the table that I've already prepared for myself,
Listen
there's an
Listen here. Come correct or don't come at all.
correct.
For the first time on Get With The Fix, this is Baddoll, Come Around.
I did tell me not take check from no boy, not legal response for no yeah.
Talk truth, Baddoll, talk truth.
I was straight, I'm a straight forward and the song in it now. Them a walk out and I talk out, so them I know about. Hey, come around, around, come around and round and round. See what I'm about. You gotta know me, no doubt. Come around, around. Anybody ever come here so exit? From my head to my toe, I'm a well set. Ever clean, never nice, never well fresh. My name never call for no bets yet. Walk out and beat up your chest. You know no problem, get blessed. Bang book check, y'all full of reflex. Anything you want, you know get them a keep it. Come around and round and round. Come around and round and round. See what I'm about. You gotta know me, no doubt. Come around.
So, Baddoll, please tell us, like, what else should we be looking out for with you? What's coming up for Baddoll?
Alright, so definitely, we're building the catalog for the Baddoll. You know, it's growing and we want to put out much more.
Okay.
So definitely more singles to come. You know, there is music already in the pipeline that's already been voiced, mixed, mastered, and everything. We're just waiting on release date.
Okay.
Plus more to come. I'm still working in studios. So, you know, there's a lot more. And of course, in the near future, what I'm looking to do after these singles is really to put out an EP for myself.
Nice.
So, you know, at this point, we're just growing the catalog. We're trying to grow the followers as well, getting people to know who Baddoll is,
Yes.
you know, getting that fan base where it needs to be.
Yes.
And there's just going to be so much more in the pipeline for that.
Definitely. Now, I have this instrumental that I decided today that I'm going to put this instrumental up because the first time I saw when Roxy reached out to me and I looked at your Instagram and I saw this song that you were singing over the instrumental of the song. And what I want from you today is that I need for you to sing the song that you were singing on this instrumental. You ready? You ready?
Is there a delay on this?
No, it's not. Not at all.
Okay.
It's my favorite.
Pull up the rhythm back.
The rhythm. This is Da Vinci's version, but Baddoll did her own version of this song. Y'all gotta listen to it. She gonna sing it.
Feels like a virgin. Hey. Oh, feels like a virgin. You make my breathless. I'm never acted. The way you're loving and you're kissing and caressing me. The way you touch my body feels so perfect. And man, I put me a hurting. Brand new for you and me at your virgin. On man, me not put my brand practice. Pull up.
I love it. Y'all with the fix. Baddoll is in the building. Y'all got to get to know her. Trust me. Go ahead, Baddoll. Go ahead. We listening.
Baddoll, you look like a virgin. You made my breathless. I'm never acted. The way you're loving and you're kissing and caressing me. feel so worthy. Any man approach me a virgin, brand new for you, me a virgin. One girl when I put my bum practice, but anytime you put it on me, woman, I forgot this one. So, counting out the chocolate, I come up close, coming when I love my chocolate. That's why you hello nobody. I have come from a godless, I have come here and olive, and I promise you I'll get
Listen, I'm telling y'all got to get to know Baddoll. Baddoll, let me tell you something. When I heard you, that video is actually on my website. I put it on my website because I'm like, yo, this girl is bad. Like, the name fits you. Don't change it, okay? That's you. Don't change it. Baddoll, give everybody all of your social media sites where they can find your music, who they need to reach out to get any drops, dubs, because, you know, I'm going to need my stuff. So I know who I need to reach out to. But you let everybody know where they can find you.
Don't worry, we got you. All right, so this is super easy. I am found at Baddoll_official on all social medias, from Instagram, Twitter, everything is at Baddoll_official. My Vivo, which of course hosts all my music on YouTube, that's Baddoll Vivo. So pretty simple. Once you type in Baddoll Vivo, you have access to all my music on YouTube. And for social media, it's at Baddoll_official. And, you know, go stream my music. My music is available on every single platform that you can think of. So you're going to find everything there.
Definitely. Baddoll, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to be here today. And this is definitely not going to be our last conversation. When you're ready to drop that EP, any new songs, anything you got going on, just let Roxy know that she can hit me up. She has my number, email, every single thing. And thank you so much for being on Get With The Fix. We definitely appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me Get With The Fix. And if there's anyone that does want to get in contact with Baddoll, you can link my management team at Touchgrown Inc.
Shout out to Touchgrown.
Shout out to Touchgrown. That's correct.
Definitely,
so
definitely.
they handle everything.
Yes.
So anything Baddoll related, just one call, message to them, a DM, anything, and they will definitely get back to you. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Baddoll. Thank you.
Love this.
Love. You're now a new friend to me. You're my new friend because we get it. I understand you. You're my new friend. Have an amazing evening, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Get With The Fix, Michelleg G. On GetWithTheFix.net, GetWithTheFix.com. Young and Fresh Radio. What up, fellas and Lady Nikki? Definitely Blaze Radio 99.9 FM. Blaze Radio live on the TuneIn app. Hi, France. Mighty Mix, Majestic Music, Metric Radio. And definitely this Thursday, this entire program will be rebroadcast on Street Madness Radio, and definitely on Friday. You guys know that we are on the Block 105. 105. Michelle G, I am here. This is my favorite lady. I can't wait for this interview. What up, Malika?
Together till the end of time, oh me, oh my. Pretty little thing so shy, you'll be mine. Together till the end of time, oh hey. Love you from the first time that I saw you. Oh hey. Good life you want, I can afford that. Oh hey. You come round the whole place, turn up. No coffee in the morning, now you fill up my cup. We phenomenal, we love. Wouldn't trade me for the world, never give me a pony.
Next week, we have The Voice. Remember last week we had The Voice and there were some technical difficulties? Well, The Voice is back. Voicemail is back next week. Baddoll, what up?
Alongside the dancehall king.
Together shine like a trophy. Good body, girl, you be working.
1, 2, wiggle that stop.
No man can waste time when you go pop, pop. You know ordinary, you're not used to.
Can't play that one time. What up, Malika?
Malika alongside the dancehall king.
Together shine like a trophy. Good body, girl, you be working. 1, 2, wiggle and stop.
No man.
Waste time when you go
Bop, bop.
You know ordinary, you're not used to. How much your money, who I use who?
1, 2.
But like a butt. 1, 2, wiggle and stop.
Why not bend over?
Flip on the middle of the ground. If I waste my buckets, I know.
Yo, when I get this interview, let me tell you something.
Back it up and spin it, do it full speed. Tick tock on the bench, please. Them jealous, you can sit right out. Your body set nice and your body well broad. You look 100, you're the only thing. A big girl, them always want free. Them jealous, you can sit right out. Your body set nice and your body well broad.
Make on your case like a matlock. Me love it when you pop it in and do the one job. Me love it when you make your bumper jaw clap clap. Now back it up and make me put you on me Snapchat. So tell them idiot girl let me stop chat. Them only come around and like them must rat back. Tell them you like the road like the top cap. Cause anytime you go a dance all you lock shop. So if you're happy and you love it just a brap brap. Boss another shot just a brap brap. From the first day we make contact. Girl me hold you like say we sign a contract. Girl your face and your shape bumper come back. You a play with me brain like a disc jack. Girl you a wine fast like you do a race track. Your bumper a spit you like a two-pack. Do this.
Back it up and spin it, do it full speed. Tick tock on the bench, please. Them jealous, you can sit right out. Your body set nice and your body well broad.
Good night, y'all. See y'all next week. Right now, I'm about to drop this brand new spice.
But I only see dead faces. That's my focus.
Cream, me I get the cream. I only pre money get the cream.
You know like me worse not like you. Join the 8-line, girl stay in the queue. Money me a pre now, no time.
This is brand new spice money walk. See you guys next week. Get with the fix, Michelle G. I am out the building.
Fight it like a kung fu. Me bang figure jump up like kangaroo. Bad mind sticking on your brain like glue. Me no see you and you and you. Money walk. Now if you say not me make my money talk. Money make we do the money walk. Money me a hunt call me the money hawk. Money walk. Now if you say not me make my money talk. Money make we do the money walk. Money me a hunt call me the money hawk. While them a pre my case, me a pre dead president face. Me not time to waste. I'm me no want to them in my space.